everybody, Leah's Glam Squad. I am on here because Leah asked me to do a training about wearing your stripes and why we need to do it, why it's effective, all those type of things. So I'm actually going to go through a lot of stuff. If there's any comments or any questions, you can comment them and I'll message you. I'm just not going to address them on here by any means, but this is going to be a little bit of like a show and tell type of training, just because we get asked, all of us wear our stripes hopefully, and if you don't, like, we're going to talk about why you should and how to talk to people about that. So I was the person that would always wear my stripes. I wear 3 little stripes on my hand, and I sometimes got questions, and I have a girl on my team that wore her stripes one day like all over her hand, and I was like, what the heck? And little shout out to Robin. She was like, yeah, I get asked all the time. The crazier the better. And so I kind of took that on, and people would ask me and I wouldn't know what to say. Like, I would just be like, yeah, it's this lipstick called LIpSense. Have you heard of it? And they'd be like, no. And I'd be like, oh yeah, you should try some. I like literally did not know what to say. I had no clue. I had no idea of what things to talk about. I knew what my end goal was supposed to be. And that's what we're going to kind of talk about too, is your end goal with wearing your stripes. So I asked my husband one day, I was like, you're the type of person that can literally talk to anybody. I need some help here. Like, what can I say? Like, I don't know what to even say when people ask me about my stripes. I know why I wear them, but I don't know how to have a conversation with people. Like, that's literally what it came down to, is I didn't know how to have a conversation about stripes and how to give them my card and how to book a party and all these things. Like, I didn't know how. So we sat in bed one night and we were going all through it, and I was like, can you do a training? And so he was like, no, you can do a training, but this is what you should do, is you should message a bunch of people and see what they say when they talk to people and get some ideas. So I'm actually going to go read through a lot of those. But why is it that we wear our stripes? This is an example. This is one that's been there for 3 days, and I always like to have stripes on that are a little bit older. That way I can be like, this is 3 days old, this is 4 days old, like, and they're like, wait, what? How is that even possible? How do you have on something that's like, they're just astounded by it. So it's so great that I can show something that's like this. And for my my group, my Lip Smashes ladies, little shout out to them, I'm doing this challenge of wearing your stripes. And so we've been doing tons of things of, not tons, but having people post different creative ways to wear your stripes. And this is one that I came up with today, and you can do it like all across your arm. I had a girl do a necklace out of LIpSense, like all these things that anyway, so it's just been kind of fun to do this little challenge of wearing your stripes. So the purpose is it is free advertising for you. How many times when you go to the store, when you go shopping, when you go to dinner, and someone asks you about what's on your hand, and what do you say back? I always said, oh, it's this thing called LIpSense. Have you heard of it? And I didn't understand how to create something after that. So that's what I'm going to kind of talk about today, some of those conversations that you can have with people. But it literally is free advertising for you. It is your way to sell your business, to sell your products, get product out of your house, out of your car, whatever it may be, to like get some money in your pocket, is to wear your stripes. And like I said, the crazier, the better. Like, the more attention that you draw to yourself, which I'm not an attention getter, but like this I want attention for. I want someone to be like, what the crap is going on with you? Is that a tattoo or something like that? Like, this is what you want. You want someone to ask you what is on your hand. So that is the purpose of wearing your stripes. So this is just a couple different ways. If you want some more ideas, I can definitely share some pictures of what girls in my group have done. But it's super, super fun to get creative, to get some ideas going other than just 3 little stripes or whatever. Like, you can deck out your whole hand. I had a girl do a pineapple, which of course I love because I love pineapples. I've had someone do, like I said, like a necklace across their chest and like all down their arms, some Aztec stuff, like crazy stuff. It doesn't have to be just stripes. Like I said, the crazier, the better, because the more attention you get, the more you're going to sell, the more you're going to talk about it, the more you're going to be comfortable with having those conversations with people that you can be like, let's book you a party, or here, I'm going to, you know, whatever the case may be. So, I'm going to show you something too. When I talk to people, I always have something in my purse. And this is what I have in my purse to, if they're really interested and they kind of want to see when they ask me about my stripes, I can whip this out and it has some things in it. So I'm going to show you what's in here. I love that it's see-through, number one, because they immediately see that it's the product. So I love that. And like I said, it has like its own compartment in my purse, which I love. So I have a bunch of different LIpSense colors. These are ones I actually pulled from my stock because I was sick of like seriously going back and forth from this bag to wearing it or whatever. Angela, I actually have a small purse, and this just like this in my wallet is all that's in my purse. Anyways, and so I just grabbed these from my stock because I know if I'm able to show them and not have the pain of going back and forth, that was going to be useful for me. So I have some popular colors. I have some reds. I have like just ones of every family. Nudes, berries, purples, pinks, you know, just some of the popular ones that I know people usually gravitate towards. So I have that. I have one oops remover, just in case they need to fix them. Some applicators. A little mirror that's just like pocket sized. Let's see. These are some of my cards. I also have a couple of different cards, but my cards are in there. I also have some samples of the perfume. And then I have some notepads, some pens, whatever, just in case for whatever. And then some glossy gloss samples. And then I have my beauty books. So I actually use these a ton more than actually my cards because I want to see that there's way more something to offer them than just maybe LIpSense. Obviously they're gravitated towards this, but this is something I might actually give them instead. And I have a stamp that I invested in that I actually put on that back side. Whoops. On the back side to, this is my business card. These beauty books are now my business cards instead of giving someone this. They're more likely to throw away this than this. I know a lot of people put a glossy gloss sample and whatever, staple it to their business card, which I think is a really great idea. The more cuter, the better, the bigger, I think is obviously something that they're not likely going to throw away. And that is the point of this training, is to get to the point where they don't throw it away, they use it, right? So that's just to show you something that I have in my purse that I can whip out something, I can show people, I can, even like at the restaurant, I've been doing some stripes on my hand and someone will come and ask me. Or I actually, we go out to eat out a lot and I'll just leave this. When I have a girl waitress, I leave this in the check thing and I say, you are so cute, thank you so much for your help. If you would ever want to be interested in any of this stuff, contact me. So that's just an added thing, but I'm going to talk about some of the things that I talk to people about. So like I said, I reached out to a ton of people all across Lip Bosses, and actually some people that are not even a part of Lip Bosses that I just happen to know, to see their perspective of ways they talk to people and when they get asked about their stripes. So I'm going to read you some good ones and some not good ones and kind of go from there. So Courtney Reynolds, if you know her, she's like the cutest thing. She goes, her response is when she gets asked about the stripes, she goes, I was trying to decide what shade I should wear with this outfit. There was just too many. I'm so indecisive. What do you think about the final decision? Or she gets asked, is that a tattoo? They might, and her response is, they might as well be. It's LIpSense. Have you tried it yet? So I thought that was a really good one because I think that's so cute. Like, have you tried it yet? That's a really great line because it's not like, have you heard of it? Have you tried it yet? It's an action-based question. Just before I keep going, one thing that I talk to my husband about is that you have to ask open-ended questions. And that's not something I'm good at. I have to like train myself and think of things beforehand. And so that's why I really got asking these people these things, because I needed some type of script in my head before I went out for the day. I needed to know what I was going to say if someone asked me these things. So when asked about your stripes, I usually give them my card and tell them if they are interested in trying, let me know. So there's something a little bit not okay with that, and I think a lot of us tend to do that because it's just easy, it's quick, no fuss, no rush, like whatever, right? We don't want to give any pressure, but the problem with is they're never gonna let you know, ever. You're gonna leave, they're gonna go on their way, and they're probably not gonna think twice about it, and they're probably just gonna be like, oh, stick this in my purse, I'll never see it again, whatever. They never need to let you know. Somehow you need to get their contact information. You need to leave their presence with their information in some way so that you can get a hold of them and book something with them, whether it be a demo, whether it be a party, whether it be just if they want to know more, that you can add them to your Facebook group. That was always my end goal that I wanted to happen, and I never knew how to achieve it. So we're going to go through some of these things. Another girl said, yeah, it's magic lipstick that lasts all day. You should check it out. I love it. So that's something. And all these things are just kind of some examples of how you can twist it to your own. She says, I actually sell this, and she rubs her hands, so that's obviously a great way. I always do that too. Let's see. It's actually lipstick. It's kiss-proof, smudge-proof, and waterproof. It's been on my hand for this many days, so that's why I always like say, I've had this for 3 days. Have you heard of it before? If they say yes, their experience, I ask about their experience or if they've tried it. If they say no, I give them details on the product and give them my card, which is great, right? This one was really good. So she said, oh yeah, it doesn't come off. It's LIpSense. Have you heard of it? And if the person says yes, they say what, I ask them about what colors, and if they have any. And if they don't have it or ever heard of it, they say, oh yeah, you need to have it in your life. It's a game changer for sure. It's so good for your lips, all these kind of benefits, and she talks about that. But she says you need to have some in your life. So I thought that was really cool because I don't think I know I need it in my life. I know all of you need it in your life. So why not say that, right? If they have some, I say, oh, you need more, or try some of the skincare and foundation. Have you tried them? There are shadows that are so cute too, and they don't smudge off just like LIpSense. And I was like, oh, that's a great way to combine the fact that if they already have LIpSense, ask them about the skincare. Ask them if they've tried it. Ask them if they've tried the foundation or if they know about it. There's so many other ways instead of just ending that conversation if they've had it or tried it before. There's other conversations to walk into. So I really liked that one. I'm also going to make probably like a Google Doc form with all these responses, just because sometimes I'm a visual person and I can hear things all day long, but if I don't see it on something, I don't know what you said. So just so you know, that will be coming out. Jenna Hershey, one of our very own, she said, yes, I loved hers because it like totally made me think, and I actually used this a couple days later and it was so, so great. She said, yeah, it's the best lipstick ever. Look at this. And she smears her hand and she said, yeah, I'm actually wearing this color. And so she'll like point to her hand, I'm actually wearing this color. And she kind of shows them some samples. If they're at work, which a lot of times when I'm at places, they're at their workplace, right? Like I'm at the grocery store, I'm at shopping, whatever. I can't ask if someone wants to try something right there because it's maybe not appropriate. So she says, if they're at work, she says, are you on Facebook? And she'll go and add them as a friend on Facebook and add them to her group and say, I'm going to add you to this. That way I can contact you and tell you some more about it. So simple, right? I use this. I was at Park City. The cashier girl asked me about my hand. I was like, I'd love to tell you more. What's your name on Facebook? I'll add you to my group and I can give you some more information. It was done. Like, so simple. That's what I want. I want their information so I can give them information, right? I don't want to give them my card and just like, see ya, like, right? So I love, love, love that. I'm just going to go over one more that I really loved because I don't want to make this crazy long, but I literally have probably about 30 answers. So we don't need to go over all those. Because I really wanted to know what people's approaches were because I didn't know. I had no idea what to say. I had this experience. You guys will die. I had this experience at Sonic. I'm a Sonic lover. I go practically every day, and this girl is like, oh, are you testing out lipstick or colors? And I was like, yeah, it's LIpSense. Have you heard of it? And she goes, no. And I was like, oh, yeah, you should try some. I was like so embarrassed. I was like, I wear these for a reason. What's that reason? I don't even know what to say. It was so embarrassing. So anyways, now you can all learn from me and learn ways of not to do that because it was like, so embarrassing. So I just got my Diet Coke and drove off. So Natalie Shaw, she said, oh yeah, have you heard of LIpSense before? And she waits to see what they say and asks, have you tried it before? So if they say yes, no, whatever, and she goes, if they say no, or if they say yes, have you tried it before? And if they say no, she goes, oh my gosh, you have to try it. And she says yes, what colors have you tried? Do you know what, do you know about the other things that we have other than lipstick? And she just asked tons of questions. She emphasized to me that she doesn't really have a script of what to say. She just has to ask questions constantly. And that's something that I took away from my husband too. He says, you just have to ask open-ended questions. And to me, I was like, I don't know what questions to ask. So this was really helpful for me. So you just kind of create a conversation. So hopefully let's give you some ideas. One last one. She goes, oh, these? Have you heard of, you've heard of LIpSense, right? And I would probably be like, what? I should know, but anyways, and if they say no, she asks, what kind of lipstick do you wear, and does it smudge? I mean, everyone might wear something and it probably smudges off, right? If they say yes, then show them that it doesn't come off, right? This is always a selling factor. And then she'll talk about those things and whatever, and then give her card. So, like I was saying, this is my card. I carry these, has my information on the back. I could probably staple a glossy gloss sample to it so they could try that. But this is now my business card. These are helpful as well. I'll sometimes just put that in. And like a perfume sample as well. But like, this is my card, you guys. Order these. These will be your best friend. Best friend. Okay, last little thing. She wanted me to talk about how to take this and book something. So that's our goal, right? That was always my goal. I knew that I wanted to like get product moving. I wanted to like get face to face with people. I went to stores, I went to the grocery store, I went to all these things, but people were in their workplace and I couldn't like whip out my colors and say, do you want to try this on? And that was my obstacle, is that I wasn't in a place that people could try it on. So I want to get to a place where they can try it on. So I need and needed their information, and these are great ways to do that. Obviously this and showing that it doesn't move is a great way to show them that it really does work. Showing that it doesn't, this has been on for 3 days, that's a big selling point. So I'm going to type out these things. I'm going to get them in a document. I'll probably post it on here or in the comments or something to show all you guys these conversations. That way you can make it yours. You can make it your own and book some stuff, book some parties, because we know, like, if someone tries it on, guess what? They're going to love it and they're going to want more. They instantly see that it doesn't come off, all those things, right? So you need to book things. You can't just rely on social media, and we know that. But this is a great way to do that. So I hope you guys learned something. I'll be posting that document soon so you can see some things. And even I'll post, like, I'm just going to post all of them because it was a great way to see the difference between what some people do and maybe what not to do, in a sense. Not that it's a bad thing, but we can just always learn and always improve and always make what we do now even better, so that way our business can thrive. So I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.